I want to make the point that there are people out there who know how to manipulate and threaten children into lying for them out of fear and out of, sometimes they bribe them too. You know, it's not hard to do if you've had a kid that's been away from a parent for a certain amount of time. I was already noticing problems with Tiara starting to lie, which was another reason I was trying to separate her from her dad, because that's the only person around here that was like that, unless they were doing it for fear, like we know my Uncle Clarence and my godmother were doing. Because, you know, my godmother expressed the fact that she thought that eventually Ronald was going to kill Junebug. So, you know, that's something to think about. We also have actions that show that too. And you're talking about people like Levita Brooken, who were experienced and know what an investigator would look for and would try to get these guys to go along and teach Tiara in ways to avert red flags. So these are something to think about, you know, some of the things to think about when you're dealing with people that are trying to take your kids wrongfully. I know for a fact that these guys did this because I'm a good mom. And because, you know, there's just too much evidence out there, you know, too many people that we saw, and we kept our appointments like we were supposed to, and all of our therapies and all of that stuff. So for me to, and I did that on purpose because I had a feeling that this was going to happen. And it's a shame too to have to prepare for something like this. I'm just grateful I'm smart enough to know better. And the same thing happened the first time around with my other two kids. I kept my son in therapy. I did the right things with my kids. So it's easy to see where these guys with the history that they were manipulated, my kids were. And that these professionals, they're professionals at manipulation because they watch the flags. They're trained for that stuff. Would have cause and, you know, the ability and the knowledge and know-how to get these kids to lie in order for them to have what they want. Who knows with each set of families what the different motive is. You would have to seek out the motive in order for you to find why these guys were wrongfully taking people's kids. I know one thing, with the stuff that they're doing is psychotic. And it's poor judgment. They got nerve saying I have poor judgment. These guys are leaving my kid with murderers and thieves and people pulling their mama's teeth out and all that. But they're not, and in it, they confess in inhabitable conditions. Imagine that. Have a blessed day.